This is one of the weirdest and frankly dumbest shoes I've ever seen in my entire life. Yo, welcome back to week 9 of my weekly release calendar. My name is Ben from Release Expert, and every week I cover all the major sneaker releases, compile all the releases into one Google Doc, right, which I have right here, and the link will be in the description. You can follow along if you like. I know I'm a little late, and I promise you guys I will start dropping these videos a little sooner, but let's just go through it. I highlighted some major releases, so we're not going to spend time talking about everything here. Let's start with this. So this is the Yeezy Boost 350 Steel Gray. So basically Kanye went out and protested this shoe saying this design is not his, which makes sense. Adidas owns the rights to this mold and the silhouette. So they're just going to be pumping out new colorways. And it's funny because these did not sell out on release day. Retails for $230, you cannot return them. And Adidas does a pre-charge on your credit card before the actual release. Just to make sure that they get your money for this pair. But a crazy day in 2024 where Yeezys are no longer relevant. Moving on, we have a classic Foamposite 1 Eggplant. Now, I feel like a lot of the newer sneakerheads have no clue the significance of this sneaker. We're finally seeing a retro. It's been a few years, but this is just a classic. But I think the problem is the retail price at $240 is pretty steep for a lot of people. But these drop in a full family size run. This is more of a DMV kind of East Coast look. It's a super heavy shoe, but super comfortable once you break it in. Now let's see. On Tuesday of this week, we had a Naruto collaboration with Crocs. I feel like Crocs, of course, is collaborating with everyone. This is a pretty nice one if you're a child, but I could appreciate this. I did like Naruto growing up, so this is a pretty cool sneaker or clog. But something a grown-ass man like myself should not be wearing. Moving on, let's see. Okay, the Book 1 Mirage V2. Now, it seems like these were so much more widely available than the first Mirage pair, which was that light tan pair. And it seems like the reaction from the general sneaker community is that they like this shoe. Moving on. Now, in the beginning of this video, I teased a shoe that I thought was pretty damn stupid, to be very honest with you guys. This is a collaboration with an artist. I'm not going to try to pronounce this artist's name, but this shoe essentially, and I'm not trying to give this shoe any more attention than it needs, but essentially there's 100 pair of these shoes on the gel quantum Kinetic, and this shoe is individually burned, or the upper is individually burned, so every single pair is unique. But essentially, you could end up with a completely fried pair like this pair right here, or you could get something that's a little less burnt. But in all honesty, are we paying hundreds of dollars for a burnt pair? These retail for $265. Apparently, there's only 100 pairs, or no, sorry. Apparently, there's only 30 pairs, but still, even for the limited 30 pairs, this is such a dumb idea. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it flat out. Maybe I just don't appreciate or understand fine art, if this is considered art. I don't know. Moving on, this we're gonna probably talk about in the coming weeks, but these Air Jordan 1 Low Metallic Blues, one of the OG Jordan 1 Low colorways actually from 1985. They dropped March 1st at a bunch of boutiques. They're gonna release, I believe, on the 17th. On the Nike sneakers app in the US, and they've already dropped in Europe a few weeks back. And not much else. Let's see, this, Air Jordan 5 Olive. Now, these were originally part of that Retro Plus series from Jordan Brand back in 2006, 2007, that mid-2000s. We're finally seeing a retro 18 years later, but maybe it's a little too late. And I think colors like this should be saved for the fall exclusively. I just feel like this type of shoe in the spring and summer is not the aesthetic, and I feel like this flight jacket undefeated look is perfect for fall. So I think timing wise, I wish they waited till later on, but if you're an OG sneakerhead, this is a good shoe to have. And moving on, we're not gonna cover everything here, but let's talk about this one last shoe, which is the Adidas Air Fear God Athletics Basketball 1. So these actually dropped on a Sunday, which is weird because I feel like Fear of God, Adidas, they've been doing all their drops on a Sunday. Catches people off guard. So at the time of me recording this is already Sunday night. Did not sell out. Retails for $250. I believe you can return these. You have 7 days to return this pair if you don't like it. But clean colorway. This is something I definitely would actually wear. But I actually already have one of the first colorways that came out of this shoe, so I try not to have multiples. And for $250, it's a little pricey. But yeah, I'm just surprised. I have no clue why they decided to drop all these on Sunday. That'll be my gripe forever until they change it. But that's all we have for this week that's of importance. A bunch of hoop shoes that came out, Harden Volume A's, AE 1s, Scoot Zeros. But you guys feel free to look at it. A lot of this stuff did not sell out this week. But let me know, what was your favorite release of this week? Thanks for watching.